G'day and welcome to Shports. We'll start with our highs and lows, and this week, I'll start with you, James.
My high was UFC 199, Michael Bisping knocking out Luke Rockhold in the first round. Huge upset, couldn't be happier for the Brit. And my low is weather related. We've had some terrible weather on the East Coast in the last week or two. One of the towns deeply affected was Picton. Place very close to my heart, had a couple of great seasons there playing footy. Played my first ever game of rugby league at Victoria Park, and there is a working bee on Sunday at 9 a.m. for those who can make it. Details will be on Facebook. It'd be good if you could get down there and lend a hand, show your support for the community.
Get down there.
Yeah, it's awesome to see the community come together. I'll use that to segue into a team that didn't come together, but more focus on an individual performance for my high. Tom bloody Rockliff. He carved it up out there. As you guys know, play fantasy AFL very badly. And I was listening to the Traders podcast last week where Tom Rockliff was on and somehow predicted that he was going to score 180 fantasy points.
Don't tell me.
He went out and he scored bloody 184, 48 disposals, absolutely ridiculous game. And finally, I got a decent fantasy score. So
congratulations, Lydia.
You got to stick the course.
Biggest high of the year so far.
Biggest high of the year, yeah. My low, very sad news this week. Muhammad Ali passing away. Yeah, he was just an absolute champion. I mean, what can you say?
Yeah,
just
what
a
more
legend.
can you say?
Yeah,
absolute icon. My high wasn't quite Tom Rockliff getting 180. Novak Djokovic winning the French Open finally after all these years. I think the third guy ever to hold all 4 Grand Slams at the same time. Surely must go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest tennis player of all time. Still pretty young too, so yeah. Plenty of time to improve on those many, many Grand Slams. My low was the way that the Brisbane Broncos played on Saturday. Are you kidding me? A few weeks ago, we were title favourites, and then you go and do that against the Warriors? Lachlan Maranta must have had one of the worst games of any rugby league player in recent memory. I can't believe he was the one keeping Corey Oates out last year. But anyway, I was just making a point. I'm still a fan.
It's a good point.
After the Origin special last week, we're going to go around the globe this week. We'll start in Russia. Maria Sharapova, 2-year ban for doping. Yay or nay? Are you for it, or do you think there's more to it?
Well, yay, it happened. So I guess we'll start with that. But fair enough. Seems like a ridiculous. Her excuses since being caught seem more and more ridiculous by the day.
Oh, yeah.
But not
guilty as sin.
Guilty as sin.
So guilty in her press conference.
So guilty, but Nike have stuck by her, so I think they've done their research.
Maybe they know something we
diligence.
don't.
I think so. So she'll probably get her sentence reduced.
They've dropped people quicker for less.
I don't know, I'm sus on all of this. Like, how many Russian athletes have been done for doping lately? Maybe Putin's doping spreads further than we think.
Cavs. The finals got smoked in games 1 and 2 over in Oakland. Are they gone?
Yes.
Will they ever win a title?
I had such high hopes for this.
Yeah.
I was backing in Cleveland all the way. I think they're playing right now.
We'll know the result by the time this goes.
Yeah. We may look like idiots by the time
they'll
this
win.
finishes.
James is going to turn it on today, but I think then the Warriors just look too silky smooth. They're cruising right now.
Western Conference is just way stronger than the Eastern Conference. The Canberra Raiders, fresh off a pretty good win on the weekend, are they genuine title contenders, James?
Well, I play that style of rugby league, which it really puts you on the edge of your seats. Reminds me a lot of the Tigers in 2005. A lot of critics questioning their big match credentials. The only way
the glory year.
Well, a lot of people said the Tigers would crumble with their style of play, the intensity of a final series, and they went out there and no pressure at all, just played their natural game and took it out. One of the greatest years of all time, 2005. Picton Magpies, we actually won the comp that year as well. Another shout out to Picton.
A true glory year for James Ryan.
And the Swans got up in the AFL. So,
actually, that was the greatest grand final ever. So
it
yes,
was great.
Barry, you star. Now on to this Saturday at Suncorp Stadium. The first of a 3-test series, England v Australia. Scorelines, what do you reckon?
Oh, I think Australia's going to dominate. The Scars
3-0.
Scars run deep for England, getting knocked out of their home tournament in the World Cup by Australia. They're going down hard, mate. Hard.
Right. 3-0 Australia.
2-1. I think Eddie Jones has come out swinging pretty hard in the media, which has been great to see. He's helped drum up some interest. If he hadn't have come out and offered so many sound bites, I probably wouldn't even know this series was going ahead. So I think
you'd still be deep into YouTube looking up West Tigers 2005.
Well, you got to do your research. As the success of this show has shown.
I'll leave Lydia to take the centre stage with this one here. Bob Murphy.
Oh, guys, this is a sporting story, I'll tell you. It was round
Forget
three.
Leicester City.
Let me paint you a picture.
Forget Japan beating South Africa in the World Cup.
Forget it all.
This is the new
This is it.
Remember the Titans story.
Round 3 earlier this year, Western Bulldogs taking on Hawthorn, the reigning premiers and the up-and-comers. It was a match to sort of decide, I guess, where they were at. And in the dying minutes of the game, their inspirational leader in his 17th season, just 4 games shy of his 300th, Bob Murphy goes down with what looks like a season and possibly career-ending ACL. But the doggies tweeted this week, 4:30, hashtag Bob decides, and he's decided he's going round again, 18th season. You wait. He's going to be lifting that cup.
He's going to be lifting the cup next year.
Lifting
That's
that
a prediction.
cup.
I think my phone just went off.
Oh, well.
It says, I'll just read the message out. It says no one cares.
We'll go to our quick 3 now. We'll stay with AFL. Lydia, what does the AFL top 8 look like midway through the season? Do you think it changes much from now until September?
Look, I think the 8 is going to stay exactly the same, to be honest. This is the 8 we will have in September. The outside chances we've got is Port Adelaide, Carlton. People are still talking up Collingwood. People are still talking up Collingwood,
Yeah,
but
they'll be there.
Gone. The only team I can see dropping out is West Coast because they've got a terrible record on the road.
James, Brock Lesnar, Mark Hunt. Who wins out of those 2?
Hunt takes it out in the first round.
Ooh.
Huge.
As you saw in the Frank Mir fight, it only takes 1 shot in the heavyweight division, particularly with someone who's got sledgehammer hands like Mark Hunt. So, credit to Brock Lesnar for coming back and proving that he's never taken an easy fight, but I think Mark Hunt gets this. And I've got one for you, Jack Fuller.
Thanks, James.
Oh, look at this.
So it didn't get left out.
Ange Postecoglou has called for a standalone football stadium for the Socceroos. Yay or nay?
Nay. Never going to happen.
Yeah.
Unless we get awarded the World Cup rights, we won't have a standalone soccer stadium. I mean, I agree with him that the surface in that second game against Greece at Sydney
dreadful.
was atrocious, embarrassing. If we want to be taken seriously as a soccer football nation, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us. Let us know your thoughts on the Maria Sharapova situation. Do you think that she should be banned? The 2-year ban was too light or not light enough?
Cheater.
Let us know your thoughts. And join us next week. Thanks for Fuck. Thanks for
Thanks for watching Shports.
Yeah, thank you. And add us on social media, like Twitter, we have a Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube.
Follow me on Instagram, just crack 400.
Jack's got a Twitter, he loves retweeting Michael Clark stuff. So if you want to see some
Have you noticed that, have you?
shit about Michael Clark, follow Jack Fuller.
He says some poignant
Loves
things.
him.
Bye.
Someone wrap
See you
this up.
next time.
Yep, see you next time.